Hey everyone, my name is Laith, and in this video, I want to break down to you this lead generation system that automatically generates between 5 and 10 calls daily using AI. And I want to show you how we're going to go through this 5-step process to break down the different areas of what we're going to walk through. So the key thing we start with is in the discover phase. The number one thing that we're doing is making sure we know your ICP and then really go deep into really what their pain points are and understanding their kind of dream outcome and where they're going, because that really helps us on our messaging, which I'll speak about next. The next thing we're doing is going deep into the business goals, understanding the problems that your business is facing, the solutions of the IC per person that we're going after, and how we can actually understand, well, what are those buying signals that really identify the relevant buyer, the intent signals, and connect the ICP with the right moments, and understanding our competitors as well to really help inform us on next steps and actually what to do. The key thing also is that in our next stage for the define phase, what we're doing here is we're focusing on defining our messaging framework. So this simply means that how we communicate in our value proposition, how we communicate in our offer, so that our offer is irresistible, you know, the keyword, and making sure that people are clear in the way that, you know, we help them, so that the benefit or the emotional transformation that they're going to go through working with us is just really clear. And you know, that saying of it's at a 5th grade reading level, simple and straight to the point. The next thing that I'm focused on is, and then how can we leverage AI using ChatGPT and other tools to be able to increase the kind of human sounding tone of what we've created. So we do that initial manual work to be able to leverage AI to help create content on different landing pages, and I'll explain that to you next. And this super master prompt, if any of you interested in it, you can screenshot this prompt, fill it in and use it yourself, and I'll have a link for you in the description and the comments to be able to access all of this for yourself as well. Then what we're doing is, the power of the headline is so valuable because you can A/B test just on headlines and really start to see conversion increases. So we've got this framework of proven headline templates that we've seen work across multiple different designs that you can now use to be able to basically structure your headlines in a way that you know will convert. And all of these proven formulas have been used across multiple different campaigns and other high converting sites that I've seen across companies like Slack, Notion, Dropbox, and others. And I've just templated the formula to be able to use it inside as AI, like ChatGPT, to spit out multiple formulas of headlines, or types of headlines, sorry, I should say, that we can test against as well. And all of this then leads into the social proof stage. So we're collecting all of our social proof that we're going to use on our landing pages and in our campaigns. This also will include awards that we may have, and it could include also companies that we work with, so we can have like a logo section. All of this comes together to add to the social proof on the page and builds trust in what we're saying as well. After we go from the define phase, the next thing we're doing is moving into design stage. Now in the design stage, what's good is I've already got a high converting template that I've used many times, and that has been proven to work across multiple different campaigns that I've tested over the number of years, at least 4 to 5 years of creating these different campaigns. So this template gives a rough structure of what I know actually works from a conversion standpoint to get you between 5 to 10% conversions on average, as long as we nail down the messaging correctly. But the next thing that we're going to go after is making sure that we then have different types of hero headers that we can test against when we A/B test. And from a conversion standpoint, you don't want to just use one format. You want to test this format could work, another type of format could work, where we keep it benefit driven, but we're just keeping the structure very much image on the right, benefit driven on the left, and simple action focused call to action button is always going to be the main CTA that we use all across the page, no matter where we are. Now, once we've done that, we're going to move into the design phase and moving into a tool like Webflow, or also we're using Figma, because Figma is a powerful tool that we use just to design this out. Then what we're doing is nailing down from our messaging framework. We're inputting everything from our messaging framework into our actual landing page. So from the sales letter to the video content to the actual images that we're using, all of this comes from what we've basically been able to generate from our messaging framework, because the messaging framework also indicates what people have seen. We've also gone and done competitor research to know what works visually as well as from a content standpoint. And we're trying to make sure that what we are saying is unique and defined and very specific to what we're offering as well. and I designed this landing page because of this offer for this kitchen company, and that was for actual retail company with like high-end kitchens. And then you have the kind of like structure for like a SaaS, where for SaaS you can basically have a structure that works. This is in the payment space, fintech, and I even filmed this video here. So there's customer testimonials. So we have this to kind of have the comparison sections, etc. All of this nails down in the landing page to basically give us a structure that we know will work from a conversion standpoint. And then we have everything here ready to now push all of this into Webflow. So we use this platform called this plugin called Figma to Webflow. It pulls the full design into Webflow in about 5 to 10 minutes. So we can move really quickly and get a page published that we can start sending traffic to. So this leads me to the deliver phase. Now in the deliver phase, this is all about delivering leads, enrich leads, making sure that we're now actually qualifying leads to eventually book a call. So we're leveraging tools like LinkedIn, Google, and Meta ads to be able to start driving traffic to your page. The focus here, especially on a Google standpoint, is to make sure we get good cost per click, but irrespective of cost per click, are we getting good conversions? Or are we actually generating leads from the traffic that's coming to our page as well? Another thing that we're focused on is making sure that on our individual campaigns, are we spending the money correctly? So for example, is our click-through rate and our Google ads converting? Why? How do I know it's going to work? Because of the messaging framework we've created that gives us all of the initial content, jargon, etc. to be able to know what will work when we start running our ads as well. This is why it's so important to make sure we nail down initially the define phase, because that gives us all of the key content copy-wise for everything else going forward, from landing page to video content, and then also onto things like Google ads as well. And now when you're creating ads for Google, Meta, LinkedIn ads, etc., you now have all the copy to use to be able to move quite quickly and test variations against your ad creative as well. Then we're moving that leads that we generate into a CRM. Tools like HubSpot, High Level, or Salesforce are all good for us to use. And once we push that into the CRM, we also need to make sure that we're enriching that data. So we use a tool like Clay to help us enrich that data alongside ChatGPT and some other tools to make sure that as we're getting information on the people that we're gathering, we're getting as much insights about them as possible and seeing how we can personalize messaging using ChatGPT, personalize individual messages that we're going to automate using AI to the individuals that we've connected as well. And this moves us from here, especially with the CRM piece, into, well, how do we even know what's going on? How will we be informed from this being set up? Well, we're going to integrate everything that we have into a platform like Slack. Some people might use Teams, it's fine. Both work really well. And what we're trying to do here is make sure every time a lead is generated, pushing it into our Slack channel so that no one misses a lead, and that the team internally will be able to pick that up and be able to contact those people as well. And we're able to now use a combination of tools to enrich our data even more, to make sure that we're getting the right email at least 80 to 90% of the time, roughly about 80% of the time. We're able to get the right amount of information about the people we're talking to. We know we're using correct emails because we're verifying that across multiple tools. And then we're able to move forward, to start an email campaign off the back of that as well. So we're sending people to our landing page, or people coming from our landing page, we're able to say, hey, let's shoot some emails out. And this also helps from a cold email standpoint, because we know from who's visiting our site, we're collecting information about those who are visiting our website as well. And this now moves into an automated lead gen campaign using a tool like Smart Lead to automatically contact these leads and reach out to them as well, so that eventually we can get these people to use a tool like Calendly and book a call with us. And that's the real focus of what we're trying to do. So after this deliver phase, which is all about the lead gen, we have to make sure that we're decoding what we do. So this is about the analytics and making sure that we're looking at the heat maps and the recordings. How are people using the site? So we're recording people when they're on the site, every time someone hits the page, what pages do they click on, etc. And we're also looking at the heat maps to see what are they clicking on, and are they getting stuck when they come on the page as well, or do they even scroll down, etc. So we're making sure that we're tracking that visually. Another thing we're doing is using platforms like Google Analytics to see, how many people are coming on the page, how much time do they spend on the page, what's the bounce rate when they hit the page, All of that information and insights gives us more data to be able to make more data-driven decisions as well. And the last thing that we're making sure is that every time a call comes through, these calls also get recorded. We can take that data using AI and we can pull out the main keywords or anything that we've missed to re-inform our messaging framework to be able to update the copy on our landing pages and make them even more refined the more we're having calls and the more the sales team are speaking to our people as well. So we're going to get real-time insights, real-time feedback, real-time insight on what people are saying and the challenges they're having to make more and more informed decisions. And that also should continuously keep updating our ICP for any nuances that we may learn as we have more phone conversations with our ICP as well. So all of this comes together to use a lead generation system. We're not just leveraging ChatGPT as our only AI. We integrate that with tools like Clay and others to be able to leverage AI to move a lot faster, have more enriched data, get our pages up and online really, really quick within a matter of days, and get us starting to generate leads through the traffic that we're sending to our web pages. And also on the back end, we'll have some email campaigns going out to inform us of, who is really interested in what we have on offer as well. So I hope this makes sense. This is like a lead generation system that you can be implemented inside of your business. And this month we're opening up 3 slots for anyone that's interested in working with us to be able to implement this into their business. And if you'd love to know more, you could just DM me and we can have a chat. But thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Laith Wallace, and I want to thank you so much for taking the time out today. Have a great day. Look after yourself and look after your families. Take care. Bye-bye.